Sorry about that, the video cut out. So we've got the area of the rectangle. So this, the base times the height will give us this. So we're going to expand. So we're going to do 3 times 1 gives me 3. 3 times 2 root 2, well the 3 times the 2 is 6. So that's going to give me 6 root 2. Root 2 times 1 is root 2. And root 2 times 2 root 2 is 2 root 2 squared. So let's simplify that. We've got 3 plus 7 root 2. Root 2 squared is 2, so that's plus 4. So we end up with 7 plus 7 root 2. And again, we've got that plus that root 2. So it works. Okay. Estimating the square root of 90. Well, think about our square root numbers that we've got. We've got 81. We've got square numbers either side, 90, 81 and 100. The square root of that is 9. The square root of that is 10. 90 is just a little bit closer. It's not exactly halfway between 81 and 100. So if it was exactly halfway, we would have been picking 9.5. So it's about 9.4. You could have had numbers in the region of 9.4 or 9.5. Okay. Between which two integers does the cube root? Okay, the cube root of 80. So we need to think of our cube roots. So we've got 1 is a cube number, 8 is a cube number, 27 is a cube number, 64 is a cube number. Then we go to 125, because that's 1 cube, 2 cube, 3 cube, 4 cube, 5 cubed. So which two integers? Well, this is 4 cubed and this is 5 cubed, so it is 4 and 5. Write 100 million as a power of 10. Well, the square root of 100 million is 100, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it is actually, that is the square root of 10 to the power of 8. So if we think about what that means, is what number times by itself is going to give you 10 to the power of 8. Well, if we think about our laws of indices, 10 to the power of 4 times 10 to the power of 4 would give us 10 to the power of 8. So it is 10 to the power of 4. 15. Solve the equation x squared minus 1 equals 48. So we do x squared equals, we add 1 to both sides, 49. So x is equal to the positive and negative square root of 49. There are two solutions, so you need plus and minus 7. Right, question 16. This is the difference between any two consecutive square numbers is always odd. Is she correct? Yes, she is correct. And this is because an odd times an odd gives you an odd number. An even times an even gives you an even number. And an even minus an odd, or odd minus even, equals odd. Okay, that's all you needed to put. Right, the number of students in a year is rounded to 250 to 2 significant figures and 200 to 1 significant figure. That's question 17. What do we need to, which are the possible answers? So if it's 200 to 1 significant figure, the smallest possible answer is 245, because that will still round up to 250, because 244 would round down to 240. So we've got 245, and the 4 will still mean that that rounds 200. 246 also works. 247 also works. 248 also works, as does 249. 250 to 1 significant figure would give you 300. So we have to stop there. So that's not going to work. So those are our answers: 245, 246, 247, 248, 249. Okay. Question 18. Mo says that he is 24 years old. Use inequalities to write down the error interval of his age due to truncating. Well, the minimum age he's going to be is 24. He's going to be greater than or equal to 24. But if he was 25, he'd say he's 25, so he must be less than 25. Okay, work out the value of 2 to the power of 14 divided by 2 to the power of 9 squared. So what we have is 2 to the power of 14 divided by 2 to the power of 18. This is the 9 times the 2. When we divide, we subtract the power, so we get 2 to the power of negative 4. The negative tells me it's 1 over 2 to the power of 4, and 2 to the power of 4 is 16, so it's 1 over 16. Work out the value of 25 to the power of 3 over 2. So that means the 2 is telling me it's the square root of 25. The 3 is telling me we then have to cube it. So we're doing 5 cubed, which is 125. Work out the square root of 12 and a quarter as an improper fraction. So let's convert that first. So we want the square root. 12 times 4 is 4, plus 1 is 49. 12 times 4 is 48, sorry, plus 1 is 49. So it's 49 over 4. Now with square roots, we can square root at the top, we can square root at the bottom. So it is 7 over 2. Right. 20. Work out the cube root of 16 as a power of 2. So this is 16 to the power of a third. That's it as a cube root. And then 16 is 2 to the power of 4. So what we have is 2 to the power of 4, all to the power of a third. So that gives me 2 to the power of 4 thirds because I multiply the powers together. Okay. Right, diagram shows a right angled triangle. These triangles to make the shade square, work out the area of the square. So to work out the area of the square, I need this length here. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to need this length here. So using Pythagoras, I'm going to call this x. So x squared is equal to my c squared minus a squared, because remember I'm not finding the hypotenuse, I'm finding a shorter side. So I've got 36 minus 16, so that's 20. So x is equal to root 20. So this whole length here is root 20. Okay, but if we look here, this bit takes off that 4 that is on the side of the triangle. So this side, which I'm going to call y is equal to root 20 minus 4. Okay, it's a square, so the area is equal to root 20 minus 4 squared, which is root 20 minus 4 times root 20 minus 4. Root 20 times root 20 is 20. Root 20 times negative 4 is negative 4 root 20. We've got the same there, so negative 4 root 20. And negative 4 times negative 4 is plus 16. So we end up with 20 add 16, which is 36, minus 8 lots of root 20. Okay. 22 on the home stretch. So a 4x3 grid has 20 dots shown. How many dots does an 8x6 grid? So let's have a look. So 4x3, and then we've got 20. So actually what we want is 5 times 4 gives me 20. So what I've done is I've added 1 to that number and added 1 to that number. So the same pattern is going to hold. So rather than doing 8 times 6, I'm going to do 9 times 7, which is 63. Similarly, we added 1 here and 1 here, so I need to add 1, so that's 5 times y plus 1, so we get 5y plus 5. And again, the same pattern holds, so I've got x plus 1 times y plus 1. We can leave it like that. And again here, we've got 2x plus 1 times y plus 1. Right, last question. How many different meal deals are the combination? Well, we have 7 different options for sandwiches, 5 different options for drinks, and 3 different options